What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. How did this boy Pinocchio go from looking like that to becoming like a badass, bro? Y'all know the Pinocchio story. You know, the boy lies, and then, you know, the more he lies, his nose grows. But we not talking about that, Pinocchio. We here to talk review today, Lies of P, which this game is absolutely beautiful. They went about it a very different way. You know, they made it more of a Soulsborne game, which I'm all down for it. It had its competitor, Lords of the Fallen, for the year, and I'm gonna play that game eventually, but I heard it was hot ass, so I ain't gonna be very happy when I play that, but necessarily. But Lies of P. Before I start, I'm gonna send out the spoiler warning now. If you don't want to be spoiled because you ain't played the game yet, then leave now. But other than that, if you still here, Lies of P. You know, you pretty much get picked up by this girl named Sophia, which, in my opinion, you're gonna find out a lot about her, because I'm not even for sure how this game even, you know, how Pinocchio's even alive. But yeah, she pretty much wakes you up with the Ergo system, and she wants you to stop the puppets that have gone mad and destroyed the city of Krat. And your only safe haven is Hotel Krat, which is literally like one of the biggest places in the city of Krat. So I don't see how that's a safe haven. Like that still doesn't make much sense to me. But anyways, you know, she tells you gotta stop these puppets, man. At the same time, they got the petrification disease going on, which it's killing, you know, puppets and humans. It looks disgusting. It literally looks like it's the Black Plague. It might as well just be the Black Plague, because that's what it looks like. But yeah, the puppets go mad, and there's a guy named Simon, and he pretty much he wants the Ergo system for himself because he found a way to perfect it, and he pretty much wants to become a god. Yeah, he's a selfish dick, like. But, you know, when you start, you know, the one dude, you know, you looking for, because in the old stories, you know, they talk about him too. You're looking for your dad, Geppetto. And that man is nowhere to be found. I thought he went and got the milk, and I thought I wouldn't see him at all in this game. But you do find him. You do find him rather early in the game, actually. But, you know, your dad don't really inform you of much. So I remember how I brought up Sophia. So it turns out that she's, I guess, dead already? In lesser terms to say. And she pretty much wants you to stop Simon, since he wants to become a god. Now, Simon is her dad, and that's where it got real steep. I'm like, damn, your own daughter don't even want you to be doing what you're doing, because you tripping. And it turns out that Simon and Geppetto actually worked in the science lab together, you know, when they was building the puppets and stuff like that. You know, the Ergo system was being created. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, what dad doing there, bro? So he ain't off the hook for doing what he was doing, bro. My boy out here tried to stop Simon too, because he didn't like what Simon was doing as well. So his best way to stop him was, you know, having the puppets go crazy. And I'm like, oh, that's selfish. That's selfish. I'm like, the whole world didn't need to die. You could have just commanded, you know. But I just think that he wanted to be a dick. But let's talk about the mechanics of this game. Absolutely beautiful. In this video, you're gonna see me. You gonna see the Spectre. Which, when I talk about the Spectre, he alright. I'll say it's a nice, like, change up from Dark Souls. Instead of you getting help, you know, from a real player or whatever. He just hot-assed to me, though. He hot-assed to me. I don't care what nobody say, the Spectre kind of sucks to me. But they kind of do make him better, because you do end up later in the game, you get these, you get more unlocks, or you unlock more for Hotel Krat. They got me stuttering, Jesus. And you get this gold tree where you can give it to this dude who lets you use more abilities for your cube that you get. And some of the abilities are cool, like, you know, give the, you know, Spectre more health, or you can get stamina, have amount of stamina for a certain amount of time, or you can stop him from dying or give him certain power. So the cube is pretty nice. I will say that. I enjoy the cube system. It's very unique. And that's just one of many of the unique things that they do. With another unique thing that they do that really makes them stand out from just being another Dark Souls clone is that they have the arm system, the Legion system. So pretty much you have an arm and you literally can have like a fire, thunder, like a harpoonish arm, shield, shoot, poison. You have different types of arms that you can use that can benefit you and help you through the game depending on how you use it. And it makes it better too because you can also upgrade those arms. And I think that that's really freaking cool. I really enjoy that I'll say. So the next thing that also makes it stand out, which I was a little skeptical on doing it. I didn't really do it as much as I thought I should. I pretty much upgraded that first sword and just played. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I enjoyed that first sword. I don't care what nobody say. But you got to take like the handle of your weapon, and you could mix and match them with the blade of your weapon or any other weapons that you find. So you could kind of do like mixing and matching and stuff like that. And I thought it was really cool. And that's what also kind of made this game stand out too, because the mix and matching mechanic was really nice. And at the same time, like, for Dark Souls, when you get weapons, you know, they kind of just more focus on, you know, like, they focus on a lot, don't get me wrong. Like, okay, but, like, what I see mostly is, like, can you even pick that heavy-ass weapon up? Like, do you have the build for the weapon, necessarily? And it kind of goes for here, too, but in here, I like how they focus on mobility, the technique. If you ain't got the technique for the weapon, then you just gonna be trash. Like, you ain't gonna be sword wielding like you would go. So, with that being said, another thing that was cool too was the red moves, which is an unblockable unless you do your perfect block, which that was really nice. It's what those blue bars are above you, or above your health bar, or below your health bar. So that was pretty cool too. I do like that they give you more of a chance to stagger in this, I almost said in Dark Souls. I do that they give you more of a chance to stagger in Lies of P, but I feel like, you know, good Dark Souls players can just stagger like out of nowhere, so I ain't really pissed at them for, you know, maybe that's just me. Maybe my staggering ain't all that good, so I'll give them that necessarily. But this game was just rather enjoyable, and I almost forgot too. They have these things called the blue bars. Is also good for known as your fabled arts, which is like pretty much a special move that you can do, and it's really good because, you know, if you're good enough to pull it off, some enemies might actually be stunned by it, and you may get off like a stun, you know, move from it necessarily. But what I really enjoyed too was not just the level up system. They had this system that was known as like the P organ system, and it pretty much lets you upgrade. Yourself in very unique ways. Like you could end up getting more things to for health, or you could get like more belt slots, or you could get more staggers or more cube uses. There was plenty of stuff to do with the P organ system that I like, but the way to do it was you pretty much had to find quartz around the world, which I found was very interesting. It gives you more of a, you know, it's a system within a system, but you gotta find that stuff. You gotta be exploring. You gotta exploring. You gotta be exploring. I'll say exploring is kind of nice in this game too, because there is some side quests that are really cool too, that I enjoy. But speaking of Spectres, back to Spectres real quick, I very much enjoy how they did the, you know, if you got a star fragment, which you could also get from the gold tree guy or whatever. when you go and fight a boss, they'll like have this little fountain on the side, and you kind of just walk up to it, and then you just put a star fragment in there, and the Spectre kind of just spawns. Now I kind of say this because I don't like the way Dark Souls does it. They do the little stupid soapstone thing, and like it's cool or whatever, but the soapstone thing fucking is annoying. And people probably might be like, you just don't like the soulstone thing, like, you're not good at it. Like, no. Like, it's annoying. Like, I enjoyed how they do that better. Like, putting stuff on the ground and, like, hoping that you're human and your effigy thing's maxed out or whatever, just to see the sign on the ground is a little annoying. So I was like, no. No, I don't appreciate that. But speaking of the Soul series, I gotta get a shout out real quick. I'm pretty happy, y'all. Shadow of the Erdtree is coming out. So, I'm pretty happy about that. But, other than that, like, Lies of P, I will say, first time, you are really just probably gonna enjoy playing this game, because there was some nice and neat, like, even some of the mini bosses were pretty nice, because they just would come out of nowhere. You really wouldn't expect them when you're walking around the world and stuff like that. So I'm like, it was pretty nice. Some of the enemy types were pretty nice. They had like, I wouldn't say like they had like, it wasn't like a mini, like, okay, they had like mini bosses, but then they had like super like strong enemies, and they weren't even like bosses. They were just like a powerful enemy that you had to just beat. And I'm just like, okay, that's a little nice, neat thing to put in there, which was really cool. So I enjoyed that too. Yeah, but you know, like I said, first time playing it, you're gonna really enjoy it. You know, but this game, I'd say, is really worth you playing the New Game Plus, or probably even New Game Plus in it twice, because there's 3 endings to the game. And yes, I took the bitch ending out. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Like, I'm more than likely gonna go back and play this game again to see what the other 2 endings are, because the ending that I got, it was stupid. Well, it was to take the bitch way out, but like, it looks like it was set up for some nice DLC, and I'm really hoping that they do some DLC for this game, because I was shocked what I saw. So I was like, I want to see where they're gonna go with the DLC, you know, more or less. So I'm just like, okay, now I gotta play this game more and more. But other than that, for my final verdict, and people might be like, you ain't doing reviews long enough and blah blah blah, I ain't trying to hear all that. For my final verdict, I'm giving this game a complete 10 out of 10. It is an absolute masterpiece, and more or less, we wasn't even expecting a Soulsborne game in the year of 2023. We got like, we probably got more than 2, but you know, Lords of the Fallen, this game was like the biggest 2 that I know of. But I'm happy with the content that I was given. I hope they bring more, y'all. But until next time, y'all, I'm out.